Morning guys, welcome to Midlife Crisis. Well, some of the motorcycle videos ain't done so well, so we're going to do another video on the X3. What we're going to do today, I've seen on lots of YouTube and sites and things like that these are a money pit, very expensive, blah 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 blah, and yeah, they are if you're going to take them up to the dealers to have them repaired all the time. There will be. However, today I'm going to go through doing an oil change. What I've done at the moment is I've loosened the oil cap above and I've undone the oil filter to allow it to drain better. You need a 27mm socket for the oil filter, and when you do it up, I think it's 20 Newton meters. It's not very tight at all. Every time you do this, you change all, and I mean all, of your gaskets. So you've got a copper washer on at the bottom of the sump plug, and you've got get comfy. You've got a copper washer at the bottom of the sump plug, and you've got two, I think it's two gaskets on top, but we'll have a look at that when we go back up there. BMW, that's the little hearts. They give you a little window here to get at your sump plug. So firstly you need an 8mm socket, and there are two 8mm bolts holding this little window in, which you can see this. Anyway, how are we all doing? I'm doing this in real time. I might edit it a bit and speed it up a little bit, but I think it's best maybe just to go through this step by step. Okay. Okay, and there you go. So we've got two screws, or two bolt screws, 8mm, and a little plastic. Just make a note of how it goes in and out. So it's that way, or is it that way? It's that way. So that way in. If you look at the back, it's ribbed. It's the other way. Okay. And there's your sump plug. I'm going to show you that. I'll bring you around here, and hopefully you can see that. One sump plug. Okay. Getting my boiler ready. I'm not actually can't actually remember what this is. It might be 17. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. So get that separate. Oh, again, this shouldn't be over tight. It isn't. Right, oil changes. Quick one for you. My car's showing at the moment I've still got 15,000 miles for it needs service. I don't do that. I change the oil on this between 5,000 and 6,000 miles religiously. I'm a firm believer that oil, you don't mind putting diesel in the back of it, so why is there a problem putting oil in it? See how quiet I've gone now. And there it goes. It's a beautiful day today because we've had all these thundering showers. This is recorded on Friday the something or other. Right, copper washer up. Right here, take that off. Get rid of it. Now, if you buy, which I do, if you purchase a Bosch filter, that Bosch filter comes with all your gaskets, including your copper washer. I have got copper washers if that it doesn't come with it, but up to now, every time I bought a Bosch one, it's come with it. So that's nice and clean, ready to go back in. And that's finished training. This vehicle takes 6.5 litres of oil, so she's quite thirsty. However, it's well worth it. So let's take you up top. So that's what I've used to undo the oil cover, oil filter, and use your oil filter. So I'll show you, it's just down there, look, just there. Okay, so we shall remove that. And please remember, guys, please remember that if you are doing this, you must get rid of your old engine oil in an appropriate manner. Most waste sites, recycling sites, things like that, they've got a container that you can just go and pour it into. So what I do is I pour it back into my containers, take it up there, and then I get rid of it. So make sure that you do that, please. It's a big must. So what we're going to do now, here's your filter housing. I'm going to have to separate this. So if I turn you back round, if you notice on the end, just here, you have to make sure that's seated when you put it in. If you don't, and you crush that by putting it in, it's not going to work very well for you. It literally just pops out, just like that. Okay, I'm going to go and dispose of this now. Oil filter housing, I like to clean it out. Some people don't, just change it, put it back in. That's entirely up to them. I'd like to see if there's any bits in it. Shouldn't be. It might be a bit OTT, but I'm not bothered about that too much. So, nice and clean. Sunshine's probably not doing you a lot of good on here, but let's hope for the best. Right, when you take off the seal, check where the seal is. It's on the second one in, just there, look. So it's the first one, the second one. Just pull it out. And that's also for the bin. Again, let's get a nice wipe out. One new oil filter, and right, we just got the one gasket on this one. I do a few, so forgive me. And that's the little copper washer there. It goes into the sump plug, which I'll take back down. We'll do that in a minute. That one. Okay. So let's just try and seat it on as best I can. I prefer it if it's not twisted. People assume it's just going to seal when it goes in. Right, something I like to do, others don't. I like to put just a little bit of oil around there. Some people put Vaseline, preferences everybody's. But I don't really particularly like using old oil. So we've got in here. you can see, I'm in no fancy garages, no ramps, no, well, I said the ramps that the car sat on, but no lifting ramps. A new filter. This side out, that side in. You hear that? That's in. Beautiful. So, what we're going to do now, turn you around and show you going back in. Now, if you take this to BMW, your real service can be between £200 and £300 plus labour. The good thing of doing that is you do get your book stamped. And you see that going in, yeah. That's what you do. Just feel for it going in. Make a start on it. Say 27mm socket, just feel that tightening in lovely. That's it, done. I've done loads of these. I know that you don't do them up mega tight. Run the torque settings, look. Done. Right, the reason that I undid the oil filter to let it drain was so that it would drain a bit quicker. It's now just about stopped. So, copper washer onto the drain plug. Let's make sure that the drain hole's nice and clean. And replace the drain plug. I did warm the engine as well before I started, just to make sure. Right, remember it takes 6.5 litres. Yeah, just as another tip, when you're measuring out, just make sure that you're measuring into something you trust, that's right. These, I think I got this off Sealy, and it's just it's for this, obviously, it wasn't expensive. BMWs as well, they do take special types of oil, so be careful, make sure you get the right oil for it, got the right minerals and everything in, and additives. You don't want putting the wrong oil in them. Don't know why, but I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing this. Right, this will be 6 litres. Quick one for you, batteries. When you change a battery on a BMW, you must tell the car that it's had a new battery. The reason for this is if the old battery's duff, what BMWs do is shut certain things down and send whatever's left of the power to certain modules. If you don't tell it it's had a new battery, it will then send too much power to those modules and fry them. You don't have to take it in anyway. You can buy readers that will actually do this for you. Mine it was an add-on for 23 quid, I think it was. And now if I change a BMW one, that's all I do. So that's why you have to tell them, because it fries modules, and I do know people who have actually basically written cars off by putting a new battery in it and not being careful. So if you are putting a new battery in, I suggest you get a good reader anyway. If you're going to run one of these, get a really good reader that will read BMWs properly, not the ones that pretend they do. And that way then, you're going to be better off. Anyway. And there we have an oil change basically completed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to have a quick look to make sure that the sump plug is sealed properly, and then I will put the cover back over on it and with the 2 8mm bolts to put it on. And then when I've done that, if you've not done it before, I'll show you, check your oil to see how we're doing. Make sure you put the cap back on. You'd be surprised how many people don't, and then wonder why they've got oil everywhere. I'm not trying to teach suck eggs. Right, we'll go down, put the cap back on, check it, make sure it's not leaking, and then I'll show you how to dip it. I'll check you. You all around a little bit, and now obviously on your menu buttons, I'm going to go into menu. I believe it's in vehicle information, vehicle status, flat tire, into oil, engine oil level, and there you can see it's on maximum. It's exactly where you want it to be. 6.5 litres of oil on maximum. It's not past maximum, it's right on the line. And that, my friends, is an oil change. I'm just going to clean up now, clean around everywhere. You do the same. Those 8mm bolts, you don't have to do them up too tight to put the guard back on, the little windows I call it. I hope this video's helped you, and it gets you, you know, to doing your own engine oil changes. I think the filter was 12 quid. I think the oil cost me about 50. So, and I've got some left over for any top up or for the next one. So good luck everybody, take care everyone, and hopefully see you in another video. All the best to you. Don't forget, subscribe if you can, hit the bell, it always helps us, and we'll see you in a future video. All the best everyone, bye bye.